Bowl. Repeat of 2012.
Into the NFL on EA Sports. As we are just mere moments away from having a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Ravens going up against the 49ers. Time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call.
Here in the Sunshine State of one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circle.
Loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the build-up, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
Right. And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
Y'all got that ass on a lot to me. Let's go.
Try. 50 years after Joe Namath and the guarantee, we are underway in Super Bowl 53. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
Well, later on.
And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
All right. Let's go.
A huge play there right off the bat. 46 yards. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they felt like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
It'll go as a gain of 10 there, and it'll be a San Francisco first down.
And that's the way to start a drive, and that's the way to continue a drive. Back-to-back, nice chunk plays. And if you're the offensive coordinator in your chess match with the defensive guy, you're thinking maybe you put him in a spot where he's got to load up against the run, because that last one was a really nice play. What are you going to do now? Do you go ahead and play into it, continue to run the ball, play action, try and hit him over the top? You've got to feel like you have the advantage.
And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
3rd down now following the run. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The 49ers are going to turn over the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
There are a number of great quarterbacks in the NFL, but I have to believe that the prototype in terms of look has to be Cam Newton. That stature and frame, almost breathtaking when you see him in person. And now he's starting to put it all together with consistency in his game, throwing, running, leading.
Newton on first down.
Allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Okay.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On 2nd down, here's Newton.
We see you.
Going for the deep ball.
We ain't scared of that nigga.
And
fuck out of here.
Down deep into San Francisco territory. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew
it's
that
Megatron.
Do that would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practicing the previous week,
rainbow.
making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
Let's go. I will burn you, yo.
The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal.
Go.
And it's into the end zone for a
Barry
Baltimore
Sanders.
touchdown. A great play there. An 8-yard touchdown run. Ravens have taken the early lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Kelly looking over there like, what the fuck happened?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A beautiful fake. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They're the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Let's go! They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
When I watch Khalil Mack play, I just see fury, passion, and incredible athleticism. This guy can flat out play.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Let's go, youngin.
This is fielded at the 27. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself,
go to work.
How do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back?
Let's go to work.
Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And now here's a carry heading left. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down following the run. They come out here in the eye. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack.
God damn it.
And that'll bring up 3rd. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a good short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
It's the Super Bowl, nigga.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. And Newton's going to keep it. They'll give him a yard on the play. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Deep in the red zone. This was 4-down territory from the start. And here, they won't wind up with a touchdown, but they do get a great consolation prize as they convert and pick up a 1st down inside the 5.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around
Chip
the
Kelly
line.
ain't never seen no offense like this.
He had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a 2nd time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his 2nd first-quarter touchdown there. Newton takes it himself. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
They come out here in the eye, and they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Ball across the play. Hold up. Fuck my knee. Ain't that a fish?
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. But Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So what a move.
Good tackle, Heat. Score his squad.
swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. So we played a quarter here in Super Bowl 53. Plenty of scoring here already. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. That was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Come here.
He rifles one that's intercepted. There he goes left side.
Go.
Bring this back. It's
Told you.
Dion
got that boy on lock. Stop playing with me.
Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy.
Well, you know he got Terrell.
That's fine. Obvious passing down.
Stop.
It's a lot tougher to complete a pass, and on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go to work, hit squad.
Out on the field now. Here come the 49ers. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Yep.
And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Come here.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block
Look at that coverage. He ain't going nowhere.
Here comes the 49ers punter
Montana,
now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
Let's go to work, y'all. Get
fielded at the 20.
Woo. Woo. You heard my return.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after
Get up,
being tackled
Yanni.
at the end of that return. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And now here come the Ravens. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Ware in there for a milestone sack, number 150 in his great career as he continues to climb the all-time leaderboard.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now a handoff looking right, and he's got room.
Gone.
And
who left Barry like that? Get off him. Fuck you, mean boy.
Zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, looking down at my game card here, that's 5 drives now for them and 4 touchdowns. I think anybody would take an 80% ratio.
I'm sure that they would, but if you flip it over to the other side of the ball, what are they going to hang their hat on? There was one possession. They held them to no score whatsoever. That's where they're going to try and build on and try and slow this team down.
Let's go.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Oh, yeah, it's going to get big.
So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Quick pause for the cause. You know, knock my return out the damn game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Ain't this how it started out in 2012?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A chance for us to look at this Baltimore defense again. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast. But it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Where you going?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
I I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Yeah.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I think he'll like this little montage. He's hit pay dirt 3 times.
This feels like good scouting and preparation throughout the week has turned into excellent execution. I mean, the job that they've done up front, creating the spaces for him, and, of course, his nose for the end zone, it's a terrific combination.
Now he's looking maybe for a 4th touchdown run. First down throw for Newton. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They'll get 23 yards there. And the Ravens are going to have a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Off play action. Newton. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And now here's a carry heading left. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. third down. Newton. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. Misses him off. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Good run.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And Newton's going to keep it. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down.
What?
And that will force a turnover on downs. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
And tough starting field position here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
He'll drop to throw.
Come here. Go.
What
are you doing?
In the end zone, and that's his safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? Put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. On the return is Peterson. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Flush to his right. 1:59 to go in the first half.
It can.
We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. On 1st and 10, Newton.
Woo!
Fires one that's intercepted.
I had to. He's coming.
Across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I had to.
That's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
It's all right, fam. Defense, I need a fade.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, you don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs. Sure. just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 22.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get them out in the flat, and let them have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll drop to throw.
Come on.
Nowhere to go.
Yep.
Here,
Get the ball. Get the ball. Get the ball. Get the ball. Thank you.
Take over with a football at
That's
the
right.
35-yard line.
Get right back.
That
Nigga
feels
fell,
like an
got up,
accumulation
and
of the
still
pressure
got
we've
stuff,
seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because
Cover
of
that
sacks.
bullshit ass thing.
Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time there was a turnover.
Going up to him.
Montana running.
Gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach
Don't worry about it, Cam. Shake it off.
Before every game, the
We
team
about to
making
go.
it is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Good.
And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Good catch, Randy.
On first down, Newton.
Steve.
Wide open receiver complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. From the red zone then. He lost the football. It's out. And now
Shit!
49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
Wow.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do, didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And with time quickly fading and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Get the ball. Get the ball.
49 are able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
Hit squad is coming.
Here we're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Out of the gun now on third down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's got time in the pocket, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with a pressure. Maybe that was for the best. As that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The 49ers have to be very disappointed right now. The Ravens are dominating the scoreboard here at the Super Bowl, and they're really
Hey, Fang, I know you seen this, boy. You next.
Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Ravens on 2nd and 7. Cam Newton would squeeze the pass in here. And the play will come to an end after a gain of 50. Ravens later on the drive. He'll cut it off the left side this time. And he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. Ravens go up by 4. 49ers take it early in the second. The pass ends up being picked off. Ravens will end up returning it for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 18. Now early in the second quarter. Fantastic.
You already know, boy. Stop playing with me. Ass whipping Central when we meet up.
Following the fumble. On the run, the ball comes loose. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage.
This is nothing. I do this, son.
That, it's time to head back to field level as we're just 1 half away from deciding a Super Bowl champion.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
That's true. But like Big Bruh say, damn, you son done outdid Mr. Miyagi.
Newton. And I I guess the question, Charles, is
you don't want none.
Keeping him better protected, because as we see, the protection, it's...
I should find some bus fare to come over to whip your ass.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time is on the board.
That bishop could be took by that rook. Boy, don't do that, Charles. Don't do that. You one step ahead. I'm two.
Even in a situation
Fuck
that we're not
you
really
mean?
focused on.
Play action. It's Newton. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
There ain't nobody been ducking you, clown. Nobody been ducking you. What? Get your weight up. Go ahead and play that Injustice. That's why you don't play Madden. That's why you play that Injustice.
When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean?
You don't want none of Madden.
The guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want.
Old bones say no.
Run it again. Give us another chance
No.
to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
No gain on the play there, second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And then you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
To throw on second down is Newton. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
No, she ain't in the room. What do you mean? Come on, yo, I talks this, son. Come on, yo.
No one open, don't force it. Just
Get out of here. Your wife must be in the room. You talking this smack. Boy, you lucky I ain't got my plus. And better internet, boy. I swear to God, yeah. You know you can't handle me, boy.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll run it here. Shreds the tackle.
Come on,
and he's going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will just add
Yeah, okay.
a lead that's already out of hand.
Anything to make yourself feel better, big bro. You still my nigga.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because
I think
of
you
the
should be
length of the
practicing,
kick.
though.
Able to do
But
that, got
that's
it
just
above
me.
the defense and over the post.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Now we take a
I don't
glance at
think
the
you can play
offense as
with
they work their
Mad.
way
Get
back
out of here,
for
yo.
their
You wait
first
till that
possession
18
of
come
the
out,
second
boy.
half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Nobody playing on. Hey, get out of here. I hear you, Sean. I hear you. You still can't beat me, no matter what I play on.
Let's go. Green 39. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
You think because you beat PJ one time, yo?
But he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the 49ers are going to get a first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Now it's Peterson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Now Newton on 1st down. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And they'll go on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Open man left side is Gronkowski. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out here in the I. They go play action here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, still had to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds. And
that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 2nd and goal to go now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. He got halfway home there, down to the 1, but a good job of keeping him out of the end zone.
Exactly. Halfway home isn't all the way home, right? So they feel pretty good about keeping him out on that play.
3rd and goal. Can the offense punch it in here from the 1? No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens defense, they get ready, and they trot back out onto the field. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over. Because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now, will they keep that confidence? Time to find out. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Green 39! Green 39!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got time. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds Coleman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 53. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third.
All right, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is that balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
They'll come out in the pistol. Play action. It's Newton. Able to shake him off. That escapes the sack. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Finding time. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Third down is a big blitz down for a lot of defenses, especially if they sense that there's going to be a passing play. And they brought the pressure on that one and forced it incompletion.
And taken right on the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I can tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Out of of the gun. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll drop to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back to throw now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll give it to him right up the gut. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their dangerous wide receiver from 6 yards away. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They go play action here on first down. Surveying the field. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Offense.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They fake the give. Newton to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Another pistol look here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
That boy nigga on there got on there and started typing shit. I say, look at you watching me play. You want to learn some skills, huh? You say, I'm the one that taught you how to play. I say, yeah, Dad, you son done outmastered Mr. Miyagi, so what you gonna do?
They'll give it to him right.
Well, he was typing it.
He
was watching it on YouTube.
The end zone. It's another touchdown.
Well, watching it on
PlayStation.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but she's singing too.
No, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Oh, damn it. I left my boy.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he couldn't do it through the contact. Incomplete.
But knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Oh, motherfucker. Get in there.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. We get a look now at the 49ers defense as they get into position. And not a good performance by them or by their offense, for that matter. It just hasn't been a good game.
And it's real easy at this point to point fingers. Hey, you guys didn't get a whole lot done today. Didn't give us much of a cushion. But the truth of the matter is, having played defense, your pride says whatever your offense gives you, you're supposed to allow 1 point less, so they're going to feel like they let them down as well.
Yeah, I guess fingers could be pointed on both sides. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now a handoff looking right. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. The 40, 20, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Newton's going to throw it. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. And it's all over. Just one is left standing. And that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, that's right.
For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.